Okay, let's just dive right into this explainer. Today we're unpacking a literally cinematic turning point in your financial life. We're going to shift our focus away from the simple, everyday tracking of your income and move toward understanding the actual mechanics of true wealth. I mean, if you've ever felt like you're working incredibly hard, getting paid decently, yet somehow you're just running in place financially, well, this is exactly where you need to be. We're going to map out the precise moment of realization that completely changes how people view their money forever.
One day, it hits you. We have absolutely all had that sudden, totally jarring moment. You know the exact one I'm talking about, right? It's that feeling when payday hits on Friday and you feel like you're on top of the world. But then, by Monday morning, after rent, a few credit card payments, maybe a weekend out, you're staring at your checking account balance and it just hits you out of nowhere. It's this awful sinking feeling that usually happens when everything on paper seems totally fine, but deep down, a really uncomfortable realization starts to form.
You find yourself asking, okay, I have money, but why am I still broke? It's such a fascinating paradox. You ask yourself this because there's a massive, glaring psychological disconnect between your decent paycheck, the cash that actively flows into your life every 2 weeks, and your actual financial reality. The numbers on the screen are basically telling you that you're solvent, but that knot in your stomach? Yeah, that's telling you that you're actually incredibly vulnerable.
Which brings us to Section 1, the wealth illusion, having money versus building wealth.
Let's look at exactly why that psychological disconnect happens in the first place. You likely operate under a really confident but incredibly dangerous assumption. You see money in your account, you realize you can buy things, and your brain naturally, almost automatically concludes, hey, I'm doing fine. You go to a store or you shop online, and the math seems to work out. Because you have purchasing power today, it's a very logical but completely flawed chain of thought to equate that immediate spending ability with actual long-lasting wealth.
So now we hit Section 2, the harsh truth, the twist.
Take a breath, because here is where that comfortable illusion completely shatters. The reality check is actually pretty severe. Think about it. You don't have savings, you don't have investments, and you don't have a plan. Having the cash to casually buy a coffee or a new pair of shoes means absolutely nothing if you lack those 3 foundational pillars. Your net worth isn't determined by your current cash flow. It's determined by what you keep and how you prepare. Without savings, investments, and a solid plan, your financial foundation is literally made of sand.
The crucial takeaway here is that your money is totally stagnant. It's not building anything. It's exactly like a car idling in the driveway. I mean, sure, the engine is running and you're definitely burning gas, but you aren't actually going anywhere. Even though you have money sitting there right now, you are technically broke in the grand scheme of things, simply because that money isn't building a future. It's just resting in your account, waiting to be consumed by your current lifestyle. Zero forward momentum.
We really need to clear this up once and for all. Being not broke, which usually just means having a positive bank balance, is entirely different from genuine financial security. True financial security is a state achieved only when your money does 3 very distinct things. It lasts, it grows, and it supports your future. If your money only pays for your present right now, you're simply surviving. You're not securing yourself. It has to last through emergencies, it has to grow to beat inflation, and it absolutely has to actively support the future version of you.
Moving on to Section 3, 2 types of money and breaking the cycle.
Breaking out of that trap starts with understanding that everyday cash management basically boils down to 2 distinct approaches. First, there's Type 1, temporary money. This is honestly where most people live. Money comes in, it immediately gets spent, and you're perpetually restarting at zero every single month. It is a completely exhausting treadmill. But then there's Type 2, building money. This is the ultimate goal. Money comes in, but crucially, some of it is kept. Then, some of it grows. Over time, this slowly but surely builds something real and lasting. The mechanics are simple, but the outcome is just profoundly different. So ask yourself, are you on the treadmill of temporary money, or are you utilizing building money to create something real?
This right here is the exact cinematic turning point where people actually change their lives. It's the moment they shift from constantly thinking about what they have right this very second to pausing, taking a step back, and asking themselves this vital, honestly kind of uncomfortable question. Are you building anything long-term? Because if the answer is no, it is absolutely time for a pivot. Which brings us to Section 4, the mindset shift, the simple fix.
So, how do we actually conquer this beast of financial stagnation? The fix is incredibly straightforward, but I'll warn you, it requires unwavering discipline.
Every single time you get money, whether it's a paycheck, a nice bonus, or a birthday gift, you must flawlessly execute this simple framework in this exact order. Step 1, keep some. That's your savings, your safety net. Step 2, grow some. That's your investing, your actual wealth engine. Step 3, then, and literally only then, do you spend the rest. The fatal mistake people make is flipping this order. They spend first and then try to keep and grow whatever happens to be left over, which is usually nothing. By prioritizing keeping and growing first, you guarantee your transition into building money.
Implementing that fix requires a massive mindset shift. You have to stop measuring your success by today's bank balance. The number in your checking account today, it's a distraction. It tells you literally nothing about tomorrow. Instead, your brand new metric for success is what you keep and what you grow. That is the true scorecard of financial health. You have to start measuring your progress strictly by the wealth you're quietly accumulating in the background, rather than the flashy cash just sitting on the surface.
And I'm going to leave you with this final, genuinely provocative thought from our source material to forever redefine what it means to be wealthy. You're not truly rich because of what you have today. You're rich because of what your money is becoming. Really think about that for a second. Wealth isn't just some static pile of cash, it's a dynamic, living process of growth. So, as you look at your own finances today, I want you to ask yourself, what is your money becoming?